وامرأته. And his wife was with him as well. Jamil used to try and get people to assassinate Rasulullah from the political system. Irrespective of whether we agree with her or no, it went to show you that a woman within Arabia was allowed to be within the Arabian political system. This Jamil used to state that Rasulullah once a week, Abu Lahab, Rasulullah goes to visit his uncle Abu Lahab. And this is a message for all of you here. That if you have a bad relationship with your uncle, try and take the leaf out of the book of Rasulullah. His uncle is cursed by the Quran, yet he still went to visit him once a week, in the hope that he can make his uncle come towards the religion. He would go and visit him once a week. Jamil in the parliament said to Abu Sufyan, Muhammad comes to visit his uncle once a week. I will get his uncle intoxicated. And when he is intoxicated, I want all of you to enter the house and kill Muhammad. Because if his uncle is able to have his senses, he won't allow you to kill Muhammad in his house, because the Arabs used to value Salat al-Rahim. So she said, I'll get him intoxicated, enter and kill Muhammad. Who had a position in that parliament? Abu Talib used to have contacts in the parliament. Abu Talib's contact told him, he said there's somebody there, and that person, they're about to execute or assassinate the Prophet. Do you know what happened? Abu Talib asked the young son. He had a young son by the name of Ali, son of Abu Talib. Young man, very strong. When he looked at him, he said to him that they're going to attack your cousin in your uncle's house. Because Abu Lahab was the uncle of Imam Ali and Rasulullah. He's going to attack your cousin. I want you to go to that house and make sure they don't attack. Look at Jamil politically. Jamil has organized all of this without her husband being involved. It goes to show you that a woman politically can organize things as much as the man. What it went to show you was, Ali ibn Abi Talib went running to the house. When he went running to the house, he knocked at the door. Tell me, is Rasulullah there or no? There was no answer. Abu Lahab had been completely intoxicated on the ground. Ali ibn Abi Talib, out of fear that Rasulullah may have been in there, what did he do? Ali ibn Abi Talib, because the door doesn't open, he has a particular gift about him. If you don't open him the door, he lifts the door by himself. I'm sure you know of a similar story. And so what he did, he lifted the door by himself. He entered. He made sure that nobody came to touch Rasulullah. The point was, Jamil was a political figure. You had, for example, Hind, the wife of Abu Sufyan. Do you know who raised the masses at the battle of Uhud? You think it was Abu Sufyan? Hind. Why? Because she wanted revenge for Ali ibn Abi Talib's performance at Badr. At Badr, Ali ibn Abi Talib annihilated her family. Do you know who he annihilated first? Utbah bin Rabi'ah, her father. And Walid, her brother. Each one of them, he had finished them in the battle of Badr. That's why Ali ibn Abi Talib al-Saffin tells Muawiyah. He says, Muawiyah, why don't you come out and fight me one-on-one? Don't you remember what I did to your grandfather at Badr? We could do the same here as well. And so what happened was, she told her husband Abu Sufyan, if you don't, I want Muhammad killed, I want Ali killed, or I want Hamza killed. Many of you would have seen the film Risala, The Message. Have you noticed in the film, when she hears of the defeat at Badr, she starts getting angry. And what does she say? She calls out, Muhammad, Ali, Hamza, Hamza. Do you know why she called it in that order? She asked Wahshi, you know, the one who threw the spear. She said to him, I want you to kill Muhammad. He said, I can't kill him. Why? He said, he's got too many people protecting him. She said, then kill Ali. He said, I can't kill Ali. Why? Because Ali ibn Abi Talib, this is the hadith, because Ali ibn Abi Talib is like a wolf on the battlefield. When you throw your spear towards him, he can smell the direction it's coming from. So he said, how about Hamza? The reply was, Hamza, I can kill him. Why? Because when he fights with his sword, the stance is open when he fights. So there's a space in the middle where the spear can be thrown. It went to show you when Rasulullah was building Islam, Rasulullah built it in Arabia where women were politically active. Woman had a position politically. Rasulullah, when he built Islam, Islam is a religion. A religion seeks to protect 5 areas: your property, your honor, your intellect, your life, and your religion. An Islamic political system is when a set of believers implement those values in a state. When Rasulullah built Islam, his aim was to have a set of believers. Only male believers? No. Female believers as well, who would implement those values in the state. That's why the question arises, hold on, there's a hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari, there's a hadith which states a nation which places its affairs in the hands of a woman, that nation will be perished. Therefore, why are you saying women should be politically active? Rasulullah himself said, a nation which places its affairs in the hands of a woman shall perish. This hadith, there is a reply back to it. What is the reply? The reply has been given by 3 different people, and I want you to focus on this area, please. The first person to reply to this hadith was Fatemeh in her book, The Veil and the Male Elite. She says that the hadith, who narrates it? Abu Bakr, with an A at the end. Abu Bakr was a convert to the religion of Islam. Originally he was a slave. He narrates the hadith. Marnisi says, this person was a slave and he became a Muslim. And he narrated the hadith at the Battle of Jamal. Once he was on the side of Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, and he had lost, he tried to support Ali ibn Abi Talib. So the way he tried to support him was what? Was by saying, I remember 25 years ago, Rasulullah saying, because you know Battle of Jamal, 25 years earlier Rasulullah was alive. I remember Rasulullah 25 years ago saying what? Saying a nation that places its affairs in the hands of a woman shall perish. She says, obviously he's going to say that to try and please Ali ibn Abi Talib. That's one reply. A second reply came from Justice Aftab Hussein in his book, The Status of Woman in Islam. He said, if that man really believed in the hadith, why is he behind Aisha at the Battle of Jamal? As in, if you really believe in the hadith, then what are you doing behind Aisha? It goes to show you that the hadith is concocted. Then you have a lady by the name of Hiba Rauf Izzat in her book, which comes forward and states the title of the book, Al-Mar'a wal-Amal al-Siyasi. In this book she says what? She says, look at the context of the hadith and you'll know the hadith cannot be accepted. The context is Rasulullah heard that the Persians had made the daughter of Kisra, the Persian emperor, they had made the daughter their leader. Rasulullah replied to them by saying, a nation which places its affairs in the hands of a woman shall perish. Not that all nations, no. The Persians placing their affairs in the hands of the daughter of a king, that nation is bound to perish. And that's why you could tell this hadith isn't accepted even by our brothers. Why? Abu Hanifa and the Hanafi school allows a woman to reach the highest place politically. Except the only area he doesn't allow her is to be a judge in hudud and qisas. Meaning to be a judge in the area of what? In the area of the fixed punishments and the area of retaliation. Otherwise, she can be a judge in every other area. You have, for example, Ibn Hajar in Fath al-Bari, in the tafsir of Sahih al-Bukhari. Within the Fath al-Bari, he says, Imam Malik allows a woman to be in the highest levels of the political state. Therefore, what do we find? We find that that hadith cannot be accepted. That for people to use this hadith, that a woman shouldn't be in politics, because a nation led by a woman is a nation that shall perish. No, that is not accepted within the religion of Islam. Why? You find the Quran itself praises women who are politically active. The Quran praises women who are politically active. There are 2 queens who are discussed in the Quran. 2 queens. Which ones? Sheba and Asya. Sheba is praised in the Quran. Why? She was a queen of a nation, but politically she was a humble human being. There was no deceit in her political system. Her political system was one built on humility, yet she hadn't understood the oneness of God properly.